Got a fat chart for buying, the bottom so low. Spot the curve dip, I'm riding the low. Rounded bottoms make my wallet grow. Whales keep cool, let the market sway. Buying the dip with a wink and a play. Round bottoms, yeah, they pay the bills. Stacking my coins, chasing the thrills. Round bottoms making wealth go round. Crypto's my jam, I'm holding the crown. Crypto's diving in a moonlit stream. Hodl the line where the profits gleam. Patience my game, I'm the whale in the deep. Scooping the bottom, my profits don't sleep. Round bottoms, yeah, they pay the bills. Stacking my coins, chasing the thrills. Round bottoms making wealth go round. Crypto's my jam, I'm holding the crown. When the charts crash, I don't run scared. Bull run's coming, my wallet's prepared. Well, in the game, I wait for the sign. Rounded bottoms, the gold's all mine. Round bottoms, yeah, they pay the bills. Stacking my coins, chasing the thrills. Round bottoms making wealth go round. Crypto's my jam, I'm holding the crown. Got a fat chart for buying, the bottom so low.
Waiting for the season, lost in crypto's gloom. Waiting for the season, lost in crypto's gloom. Shadows on the charts, all coins fade to gray. Gonna spin their tails, but they're gone next day. Hype burns like a flame, then it turns to dust. Waiting for the season, in my dreams I trust. Oh, altcoin season, when will you blow? Dreaming of the riches, lost in the gloom. Altcoin season, seasons here, they swear. Flip their words at dawn, leaving hopes to tear.
Hey, Habib. Brad's back. He's out there spaced out again. Looks like he's been doing mushrooms or something. Ain't nothing you can do to phase him. Watch it. Hey, Brad. Boo! See, nothing. He just out there chill. I don't even think he knows where he is. Ladies and gentlemen, please join us for the ringing of the cowbell. If your life's not going the way that it should be going, if you're not happy every day, perhaps you need a little bit more cowbell in your life. Get yours at your local Tractor Supply store. Yeehaw!
When will you bloom? Dreaming of riches, lost in the gloom. Altcoin season, break this cold night, chasing the spark for wealth shining light.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Late Night Crypto with Road Dogg. Hopefully everything's going A-okay. Sad news tonight as we mourn the passing of the Prince of Darkness in the music world. Ozzy Osbourne has passed away at the age of 76. Tribute to Ozzy. Meanwhile, turning over to Bitcoin because the world goes round and round. Just without another new Ozzy song, that's enough to make you cry. Watching Bitcoin do what it's been doing. It's been making higher highs and higher lows, and I can't bitch about that. This seems to be the angle that it's on right here. This red one right here, all these little lows just stacking up right around this line. The 200 moving average is also running right beneath there. I'm on the 6-minute time frame, you DGens. I know you recognize it. I would start out on the weekly, but you're like, what's that? Doesn't look like my chart. And that's A-okay. She's coming down right down to this area, it appears, where we could probably catch a little support here, about 119,000, close to it even there. So hopefully that holds. That you might argue we got our 1 hump, 2 hump, 3 hump, dump. We might have a little bit more out of that. How would you say it? Technically, that might be something to watch out for. I'm just saying. But if we're trying to do the little Elliott wave count, I think it's got some more stuff to go. Elliott, if you got anything to say? Yeah, Elliott thinks we got another wave coming up there. Because our little down here by this theory is not allowed to touch this one over here. If they overlap, then there's not two. It's not a 2-2. It's a onesie. It's a onesie. That's just one of them silly Elliott wave rules that I rely on. I'm not an Elliott wave trader, but I'll listen to some of that stuff because some of it's got some good rules of thumb to follow over there. All right, so could we be coming down just to pop back up? That's what we're hoping for. We're hoping Bitcoin takes a little move to the upside. I can understand why it would. Since Bitcoin dominance is probably finding some support. I haven't looked at the chart, but last night we were looking at it. It was bouncing off that little yellow line here. This is what Bitcoin looks when we zoom out on the 4 hour. Like, what? What's that? There's a 4-hour chart. Yep, there's a 4-hour chart. We can take our little trend line, put it to the candle bodies more than to the candle tops there. Either way would be correct, technically. But we still got to break out. I liked it the other way better. I'm going to leave it the other way. Actually, it goes more for them wikis. Wikis on the candle tops there. So there is a chance to come back to this area. That's about 118,500 at some point. If we get up here, say to 120, 121, maybe get rejected there, or maybe a little higher and get rejected, we can still come back to about 118.5. Just kind of draw that out as a visual. We can be going up, come back down here for our higher low, and come back and retest the breakout area. That's just what, as a pattern trader, that's one of the key things I learned to look for. And once I figured that out, I had something like a plan B to rely on as price goes up. If you guys, that it has a chance to come back down here, and then I can make plans to either take a little profit or, you know, have something in store to try to add to my bags down here. Even if I were to get out of the trade, I'd know that, hey man, there might be another entry down here. Or if I was to short it, I would know that, hey man, here's a good place for it to catch support. So knowing these kind of rules of thumbs ahead of time, that you got just as like you have a probability, a chance to break out of some of these certain patterns and everything, you got a probability for them to come back and retest these areas. And this is not always perfect, but it's something. It's a rule of thumb. It's a plan B that you need to park in the back of your mind. I don't see a lot of pattern traders talk about that. It's just all about the breakout and go up. I don't know. There's not a whole lot of pattern traders on YouTube anymore. A lot of it's more the ICT kind of thing. That seems to be what's catching all the flack lately. But patterns are real. They work. You just got to understand that they're just telling you what's going on. It's just making a story. And it's most of them are triangle patterns. They're just squeezing down until they take a pop. But there's a story to be told. It's not so much about it's what the shape is telling you. Anyway, before we get off on all that, let me say hello to everybody here. We'll take a look at the altcoin indices and figure out what these altcoins are doing. Are they going to come back? Because we saw that there might be a chance for them to come back a little bit, or at least suffering going up because of Bitcoin dominance. I think we're starting to see some of that effect right now. It doesn't mean that they have to just tank and go to hell, but it just means, hey man, that little big ride that we have been on might slow down or reverse. We got Strega in the house. How's it going, Strega? Glad to see ya. Where's our little hand clappies? We're giving out the claps right now. 17 people hanging out with me. Thank you for being here. There's some new music floating around on the channel. If you open your ears, you might hear it on the intros and the outros. I got some of it, and it should pop up during the stream at some point. But just throwing in some new tunes here, there, everywhere. I haven't released them. They're just here for the show so far. Chris Clyde, good to see you. Floki's Angels, hey dog, love your show. Oh, I love that comment. No more tears for this market. I see what you did there. We got Bullish on Parade, Duality C, Ave Medina. So glad to have you guys here. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight. There's lots of other places that you can be, but you decided to hang out with the turkey for a little bit. Hopefully I can give you something that's worthwhile, you know, to be watched and not just waste your time. We can look at something that can actually educate us, or maybe hopefully make us some money, make us some crypto. Will help us to change our lives, because you know there's only a little bit left in this market. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's not going to keep lasting for years and years. We've been doing this for the last couple of years. I'm a wind moon. And the moon is a coming, folks. The moon be a coming. She's coming. It might be a little zigzaggy to get there, but she's a coming. We're on the last leg of this market, in my personal opinion, at least time-wise, the last 6 to 8 months for this thing. We got Joe from Trade Intuition. How's it going, Joe? Glad to have you here. There's Gator greeting from the Netherlands. Hey, that's awesome. Y'all got the good stuff over there, for what I'm told. That's just what I've heard. Brackets Adventures, Ozfest was always good. Glittery Marshmallow, Ozzy lives forever. And it is sad that he's gone. Joe says, I think I agree. I won't publish that. I quit counting too. Seriously, I have to go back and wait a minute. Is that? I just quit keeping up with it. I was 27 forever, and then that didn't apply anymore. I still pull it out of my pocket every once in a while. Sicario, how's it going? Somebody did say that, didn't they? Bullish on Parade. I think I've said hello. Hey, there's Kelly Fan. How's it going, Kelly? OG1. Well, shout out to all you guys for hanging out with me. 17 of you here right now. Crypto manipulation trader, can you help look at SWE? What's a good price to long? We'll take a look at that. Let me write it down so I don't forget, because I get squirrel brain. I'll be heading in one direction and then I find myself in some totally different location. Like, I got teleported. What happened? Beat me up, Scotty. Or did you already? Kelly says, are you feeling bullish or bearish tonight? I'm feeling bullish overall. Of course, I mean, looking at the charts will give me some more insight. Kelly says, man, I've been hearing from some people say I think we've got about 6 weeks till the top. I can see them swinging that way. Some altcoins might do that. Now, here's the thing. Let's talk about this. Let's say we got Bitcoin that does whatever. It goes up high and it makes its peak, whatever it does, right? Altcoins, all through this, as we get up to Bitcoin's peak, some of them will peak out themselves. And then that's all they'll do. You'll think that they're coming back for another peak at some point, but then no. And then some of them will run, and after Bitcoin peaks, and then that's when they will start getting their peaks or whatever, right? And so what I'm trying to say, the ones that peak kind of early, some of them are not going to come back. You will hope and pray that they will, but the money's just rolled out of them and rolled into other things, and they have no interest in going back in that coin. That's what you got to be aware of with altcoins in this last little leg. Else you'll get stuck. That's another way that you get stuck holding the bag. Some people I think I got stuck because you bought the top. No, you bought that higher low or somewhere after that, and it never made another higher high, and you can get stuck that way too. There's some things to keep in mind as we go in. Altcoins, probably good to take profits when you can get them, but you want to leave a little in the kitty so that you can take care of in case there is one of them crazy parabolic moves, right? And really, I mean, as portfolio value starts going up, we've seen it do it before, right? It's best to have some kind of rigid and mean just to take out as it goes out. So you don't have to close in positions entirely. Just depending on what kind of trading strategy that you're doing. Some people are all in and out. Some people are rolling them over. Some people, playing that. Everybody's got a different take on this market. But as far as taking profits out, when your account balances are going up, having some strategy just to take nibbles out, and it's important to take that in dollar form or whatever if you want to go Bitcoin or whatever. It works on the way up, doesn't work so great on the way down at certain points. But anyway, most people take it in stable coins. Important to put that into a wallet away from your exchange, so it's not there to tempt you for the next little dip. Look, I got money, let's jump in. Because first-hand experience, I know how that goes. Let us take a look at our indices over here. Total 3 actually still looking pretty decent, I gotta say. And looking at Bitcoin dominance, I think we're going to have to go to the bigger charts. I see that Tether dominance is still trying to come down. It's still got a little ways that she can go, and as long as it's headed that way, we're doing pretty good. Let's come over here and take a look at the 4-hour. Bitcoin dominance being the first one. This was my concern. Hence my thumbnails the last couple of nights about a possible detour, and that's because it respected this dotted line that I had from over here. It's a 618 fib, but pulling our fibs last night, I'm actually seeing a lower target that we could go to on this. So that was kind of revealing to me that even if we come up and then roll over, there's still might be another little push for some altcoins going up and getting our bigger reversal here for Bitcoin dominance. And then like we're seeing now, see Bitcoin dominance is going up and now the tension's on Bitcoin, and Bitcoin's flirting with 120,000 all of a sudden instead of going down to 115 like a lot of people were thinking that it would. It may go up and then it may, you know, we might do something like that. I still don't see the altcoin season, now altcoin rally, but until we get past this area here, break this trend line, I wouldn't dare call for a season. Personally, I think she can go up quite a bit more and then roll over for our altcoin season. But my concern is here, and it does look like we're likely to get a pullback. You see these moving averages here on the 4 hour, they're starting to cross, and that's kind of cool. But they're all up here, meaning that we could take this all the way up here too. Now, Bitcoin dominance does that. Chances are that altcoins are going to take a little bit of a pullback there. They're going to start giving back some of their gains because, well, that's what it does when Bitcoin dominance goes up. Or if they make gains, it's a few of them making it here and there. The rest of a lot of them kind of suffer. So you get a mixed bag with altcoins as we go up for there, and then when it rolls over, then we start seeing altcoins, you know, do better again. So take a look at total 3 and see what she's telling us over here. Now you might be telling me a different story. Now this is the one I've really got to watch. She's doing something kind of ballsy right here. Total 3. Okay, we talked about the scenarios that we were wanting to see. This one looks, we may have to take that back. Altcoins are looking still looking pretty good overall. I'm saying, for this chart's telling me they still looking pretty good. We're in a testy area, but this is a pretty sweet area to be with, I gotta be honest. What we have done is that instead of getting rejected here at the 7/8, this blue line, getting rejected here and coming back for a reversal or as a bigger correction, we didn't do it. Altcoins said, nah, we can go higher. And so what they're doing is now we're between the 786 and then right up above it, this line that I got that's yellow. It's not yellow, it's actually purple. That is our 886 Fibonacci. Now that's another area that we can get reversed on and go for a bigger pullback. But what we're looking for is if we consolidate through here and then break out over that one, baby, woo! It may start feeling like altcoin season. I'll still call it a rally. But it'll be one of the nicer rallies that we've had in a while. And we'll probably go up to our higher highs and we'll outpace what we did back in December. And I'll think, hallelujah. Because that could put us from 1 trillion to 1.15 trillion. Up here to 1.2 or almost 1.3 trillion. We can see lots of money starting to pour into altcoins if we start doing that. And so what they could be spelling out for us is a little give and take for altcoins, but not so much giving it back. So actually, I kind of like that. Altcoins are not looking, to me, they're not looking bearish yet. We lost this little secondary trend line. Now what it could be doing is doing something it could be doing a double top here, come back down and then go up. So that could be part of the consolidation here. So give and take out of them, but as long as we're above this fib level here that we should have got rejected on, normally we get, and it found support, they're looking kind of good. So we're still okay as far as altcoins go. And basically, I'm all set up just to take profits. I'm waiting for them to go up, and I got my profit levels and just waiting to get paid, trying not to chase any. If we get pullbacks, I might look at a few to see if there's any entries, but things look kind of good. Guys, let me put my little marker in there, and in the meantime, we're going to go take a look at SWE, but I put my little marker in the chat. So if you got any altcoins that you want to look at, if you mentioned them earlier, I may not see them, but if you will put them beneath here, I will more likely find them, and we can take a look at some altcoins that you want to take a look at too. Right now, we're going to take a look at SWE. I'm trying to look and see, are there any entry ideas here? I think I'm going to look at it on MEXC because they got pretty good chart history. Oh, nice. So look at there. I believe, if I am not mistaken, and I hope that I am not, But I do believe, I do declare that we gotta nailed it right here with our 618 fib, and this is how cool. This is why we like the fibs, because price respects the fibs, and we gotta nailed it. That's old news. That's been several days ago, but Sweet went actually and beamed off of this 618 area. It's at $4.25. And then what did it do? She had to take a little correction. Not a very steep one, I might add. So I guess we gotta do this. I don't know, because I don't do all that percentage stuff. I don't keep, this is the only bragging things that I've got. And I guess we have to do this for the algorithm. But we take this and post it over to their vanity wall. We'll do that real quick. Are we good? Chart room, vanity wall. This is sweet. Nailed it. So over here in the vanity wall, man, you guys have been knocking it out. Some of you guys have been posting your wins over here, and that is awesome. Congratulations to you guys. You deserve that. Getting the winning trades over there. Now, I want to take a minute because you can look at all this stuff and the vanity. This is what the vanity wall is here for, man. Post this stuff up there. Don't be afraid of it. But sometimes you come across something like this, right? We see like 3,000%, and the Rising Sun did that, and that's an excellent job. But and that's congratulations. We got in on Moonding at 21 cents, got out at 24 cents, so it went up about 3 cents. And with that 3 cents, we got 3,000%. Now, some of these exchanges operate differently when it comes to this. The point that I want to just make is that sometimes you'll see these things and it may seem, you're like, oh wow. You think, oh man, they're doing everything, and they're good trades, but sometimes, I mean, let's be honest about what's going on with the gains are good, and it feels good when you're in a trade and you got things going up. I think what I'm trying to say is, don't feel like if you're not seeing this percentage or something like that, don't feel like you're missing out, and don't feel like oh man, somebody put $1,000 in and they made $20,000 off of this trade. It's not like that. It's not like, oh, 85. Oh, I bet you made like 2,000. I bet you made $2,500 off that trade. I mean, in most cases, I mean, a lot of these exchanges calculate this by the risk amount, right? Or at least your margin. They're calculated a different way. But what I can say, what I did as an example over here. I had one, and woohoo! Look, 135%. All right, so this was, I think that was at 5x. My trade was in 3x. I only use 3x leverage. But when I run it up to 20x, this is how it works on COINEX. I ran it up to 20x because you can do that. You can alter the leverage amount. This trade now at 20x, my margin, what it does, it releases my capital, my collateral that I've got in that trade. It can reduce it or increase it on most exchanges. Some of them work differently. It doesn't work the same on all of them. And when I do that, it puts my profit and loss up from 100% to 537%. Okay, looks amazing. If I post that, oh yeah, 537, it looks great. But look, my 38, it reduces my margin down to $38. So it's a smaller trade. It's actually like a $200 trade, I think, when I started out, and it still is. This just because I adjusted margin, it frees up my collateral. If you're in profit, you can put that margin to whatever you want it to be. But what doesn't change is the number you get out of it. It's only $58, whether I got a $38 in or whether it's $99 in. This is $99 on 3x. On 3x, my gains is 79%, which is good. I'm proud of that on 3%. It takes a lot to do that on 3% or 3x margin. But this was on Pingu. But I'm just trying to make a point. That's a way that things don't always I feel like some people, especially if you're not familiar with this, you look at that and see some of these percentages and it'll dissuade you. And you're like, oh man, I can't do stuff like that. Mine don't turn out that way. Maybe you're using 5x leverage and you're seeing everybody else with these 3,000%. You're thinking they're killing it. And in real, you got just as much. You just had to cranked up your leverage. You don't need to. You don't need to. But in some cases, you might be surprised. You might be hitting them same numbers yourself. It's misleading is what I'm trying to say. It's good. And we want the gains, but just don't let it, make you feel one way or the other. It's there to be put on the vanity wall. Be proud of it and do it and post your wins over there. Well, nailed it. Take it back. Do that. It's good for you. But for the people seeing it, and if you don't feel like you're missing out. It's not like somebody becomes a millionaire on one trade. It probably looks a lot sweeter than what it really is. I'm just saying. It takes small gains over time to build these accounts. This is a marathon, not a sprint. Hope that makes sense. That didn't sound too weird or anything, did it? Anyway, we were looking at SWE, and I think this is as far as I got right. I got sidetracked. All right, so 4 hour, looking kind of good. We're flagging out kind of. Hard to tell about you right now. You haven't matured on your trend line. You're trying. She could be going up, setting up for a double top, so we got to keep an eye on that. We got a lackluster little trend line, but that's all we got at the moment, so I'll take that. I want to put a dotted line on it because I'm not so sure about it. I think it's still got some doing. What I mean is that it can do some ups and downs, and maybe it goes to an angle like this. Actually, if I were going to try to guesstimate what the angle might actually be, I would think that, oh snap. If that be true, then you might be flirting with breaking it. So keep in mind all it is up there. So a rejection from here, to me, actually, I think it might have another leg down. I mean, it's strong, it is good, but I'm looking at the structure and I would be concerned that it might do something like that. Let's see. Let us zoom out just a little bit here. She's in a tricky situation here. Well, and just to clear it up here, what I'm talking about, the price structure here, in my personal opinion, I think it might be toppy. Yeah, if we get our Elliott wave thing out, are you ABCing? Oh, you don't see that? Okay. Elliott's thinking different. Okay, maybe Elliott's onto something. Breaking this trend line, I would be concerned about it coming down further. My next target is going to be, if we get past 425, it's going to be 495. Elliott's got one up here at 516 for what it's worth there. On the bigger picture things, which I think is the best way to look at this, kind of zoom out a little bit, maybe a bigger time frame. A nice structure forming here. We're trying to get a double bottom in with a higher low here, clearing this neckline area where it's 425. What she's trying to do right now. So the question is, is it going to go ahead and do it? If it does, we can look at this $5 area and possibly higher, because eventually we want to go higher highs over here. And eventually, the only thing stopping us is the top of the trend line, somewhere around 770, but that's a ways away. So we either break on through or we pull back and then break on through. And from what I can see right now, it's leaning a little bit more that it wants to try it or try to consolidate over here at this area. So I'm not seeing it's not a strong ass rejection here just quite yet. It's showing some tiredness on the bigger time frame, so I'm watching that, but we've not lost the 9 move. I haven't lost the signs where I can start talking bad about it yet. But let's keep our eyes on it. Now, over the next few hours, we should start seeing what she plans on doing here. Is she going to respect this dotted trend line and start coming up and make a higher high over this one? Or is she going to start losing some steam and crossing down? It actually looks like she wants to go to me. So let's see if we can get SWE back up to 425. But now, as far as an entry idea, not the greatest, unless you wait for a breakout, which would involve a trend line idea coming down through here. And I'm on a 15-minute. I cut through some wicks there, I believe. I like to try to catch it closer to this bottom trend line if I could. Either that or after it does like a confirmed breakout, if it does an actual breakout idea there. It's not the best trend line over here. It's a little janky because you got some janky price action with wicks and stuff, but got an idea of a trend line there. So for short term, that's kind of what I would see. Or you could go horizontal levels. I'm more of a diagonal kind of guy, but some people will wait, and they would tell you to wait till it gets past like 410. I would feel safe like going where there's the most touches there and just waiting for a confirmed breakout. Maybe get a little extra wiggle room. And so to me, if it gets past 402, there might be an entry there, but I like to catch them when they come down. That's just me. But I think it's looking more positive than negative. Once you come down to 380, so that's the little range we're in, about 370 on up to 425. Interesting range for SWE. It used to be hanging around, 40 to 80 cents there for the longest. Let's take a look at H-bar. H-bar. You're at 27 cents. It was up there, what, 20? Oh man, I thought I was going up there somewhere. It only went up a penny higher. What the hell? Let's zoom out. Oh, I remember you. Well, look at you. So yeah, we confirmed that double bottom right there. Let's get some of this stuff off. Because we kind of met our targets and everything there. Nice. Let's see what we're doing here. Got us a nice little double top M shape up there. Nice double bottom going on down here. Type 2 return. 786, huh? Alrighty, noted. I'm mostly looking for about this 44 cent for a higher high area. And then I'm also looking at this 34 cent area. So we're just right under a 618. We got rejected there. Common. That's why we use it as a target area. Notice how she blazed through the 0.5. It didn't reject it there. She just went on to the 618. That's kind of strong. Now, I would expect her to get rejected here and have a correction. Come back and then go up. That's normally what I'd expect. But then sometimes they get up here and says, screw you, road dog. You don't control me. You don't tell me what to do. And then I just walk away. But it did come back down. I'm just checking up on my other fibs, and we came back down to our 236. We did spike there. That might be all it needs to slam bam. Thank you, ma'am. Go to the upside. You're going to lean me to our 272 area, baby. You're going to make me look over here. I want to put a bonus target. I don't know that will hit. Lots of times I'm pleasantly surprised at 47 cents there, but we'll see. So we need to get past this little area here. See if we can clean all this gunk off my charts here. They get past this little 30 cent area, which is basically close to where we're at. We're at 27 cents. I'm looking for about that 34 cent area as a nice little possible target. If we do come back down, then it will probably be, the bigger rejection. Let's go ahead and get that target too. Just in case, because we are at a rejection area right now. We may make it up there. Things are still looking good so far. But if we don't, then we're going to be looking at this sweet little zone right here. And it may be actually more there. Actually, I will. I'll look at that. 21 to 23 cents in that little area. If we do come back. And that's on the daily. Now let's go down to the smaller time frames and see what they're telling us. So nice rounding shape there. I think there's still a possibility that this zone could happen there. She do look tired, but she hasn't. Other than breaking the initial trend line that we would be following, so I followed this one, but and I would know to, you know, this area where we break out, and we're still at that same area. So if you're in this, you're still at the right zone to make some kind of move. This would be when I would, my strategy would tell me, and it's, you need to do something. Take a little out of the trade, do something, partial profits or whatever, because this could be over. Or since we're in a nice big uptrend, it may just be maturing a little bit, and it gets on to, just comes down and it, like a fib area or something, and maybe the 382 area down here, and then we get our you know, a different angle. So I'm cool with her coming down a little bit in the correction. But as it stands right now, if you notice that she hasn't broken down past that this guy, this one. And we've been seeing this a lot more lately, and the reason we're seeing it a lot more lately is because this is one of the things I look for when we're in a parabolic move. And if we're going to keep going parabolic, this is where we bounce from, and we don't go lower, or we just wick a little bit. We hold this area before bouncing off. So if we do, just like everything that I'm seeing right now has a chance to be doing this, that's a hellacious move. If we find ourselves breaking out the higher high, and this is as low as we got, we didn't come down, hang down here, we just bounce from here. More of this type move to the upside, where that's part of tracking the parabola. So I don't know. The angles line up. I likes it. We'll keep our eyes on it. Bounce from here. Nice. HBAR's looking pretty good to me. A lot of the altcoins are actually looking pretty good. Crypto bubbles over here on the daily haven't got as much, and we can blame Bitcoin dominance for that, because the last few days you'd look and, you know, you'd be 3, 4, 5% up every day almost, right? And then a few days we give some give and take. Today's a give and take day. And why is that? Well, that is because of a Bitcoin dominance, finding that little support there, making total 3 and all that, take a little bit of a pullback or whatnot. So as long as Bitcoin dominance is being tricky with us and not going to the downside, we can expect, you know, give and take on this. But we can see some of them, like Pingu, just say, I don't give a F, I'm going to keep on going. Here on the hourly, how we looking? The hourly is starting to look pretty good. So we're starting to see a little bit of a turnaround. Let me come back to the chat real quick, see what you guys are chatting about. Strega says, I'm still broke. Broke token, in case you missed it. Which I'm pretty. Let's see, would that be on exchanges? Oh, there is broke on base. It's on Mexi too, BitMart. Okay. So from what I can see here, and that's all the price action I've got, just in a range. Still okay price action wise. Might be a little bit of a bear trap idea there. If so, this might be a stronger move. I can see some arguments for why it could be. Looking on the 4-hour moving averages, they're all stacked in a good order. I mean, the bigger ones are stacked in good order, 200, 150, right in good order. So we could bounce out of this and go up higher. That would be cool. A little steep for a breakout idea, but falling wedgie. Might be working on a falling wedgie breakout. Gosh darn it, you always hate to get them little wedgies. They will put a little lift in your seat. So I got that. If we're looking for the ranges, we should be coming back to 0.008, but we'd want it to go higher. At this point in the game, probably one of the better tools to use would be your little range tool there, that little guy. Suggesting there 0.007. And I would confer it would be coming right into well, the areas I'd be looking at 0.00778. So whichever method you want to use seems to be pointing like that's a good one to go with, and then this area about 0.009. So from where we are up to there, was it 30 to 50% gains possible within the top of this range? Now this range can double up if we get out of it, and it's got a slant to it, so it's thinking about it at some point, right? And then you start looking at 0.017, so you start doubling up in less ideas. This is just accumulation, so this is a good place to accumulate DCA into this or start building a position. In my personal opinion, for a longer term hold outside of this range. Somebody asked about Ducko recently, and I think she was down here in these areas when we looked at it, and I just happened to have this on here. She seems to be doing pretty good. Ducko, what were you on Radium? Radium, it was one of them Solana coins. Making the gains coming down from this bottom. I think it was hanging out right down through here. But it's starting to turn right around for Ducko. Let me come over back to the chat. Can you look at OP? The turkey is getting the yawns. What's up with that? Tia and World Lib, is it World Coin, right? No Nillion says, how did you create your talking head? Actually, I didn't. I stole it off of Snapchat. His trainer says, he was born right in the oven. All right, let's take a look at OP. How's it doing? I remember when this was hanging around about $2, $2.18. Oh man, you went down to 46 cents recently. It was like old stuff. Let's get the old stuff, huh? Some of those same things will still apply, such as support resistance ideas for this one and possibly this one. So and we need to see it get up to that dollar, $1.99 is psychological resistance. Also, it's a little level 236 fib area. It's got to get above that. That should be where it's headed to test. In other words, what I'm trying to say. And then from there, this $1.33 all along this bottom line. So she's got some stuff to work out. Now, what we've seen happen so far on other coins in a similar situation, that give them time and they seem to come up and then come back in here and then start doing okay. So we could see 311 out of it if you got some patience. It's just going to take it quite a while. But once it finally gets over here, back up to about 188 in that area, it can and break above the trend line. If that happens, there's some other stuff it could bounce down, and there's some all those other things it can do. But what we've seen happen on the other coins, and if this does repeat, you know, break up in there, that's got some. It's got. I think it's got a chance to get back into the pattern when it's about 164, 165. First target right now is 99. She's at 79 cents. I'm on the daily. Let's come down to the 4 hour and see what it's looking like. 4 hours looking good. See all these moving averages here? They're starting to converge together and starting to flip. Yeah, you're a little bit. Were you doing it earlier? This one's a little. This one's finally starting to catch up. This one's been a slow. She's been on the slow bus. She's been. A lot of them are more advanced on the moving averages on the 4 hour than this by now. This one's where we were like a month or two ago. So she's just now starting. She's in a great area if you're wanting to accumulate a position of this for when it gets closer to $2, maybe $3. This would be the place to do it. How well this performs, I don't know. At some point there will be some hype, and it's the hype that's going to make it go up. The hype brings the money. Where the attention flows, the money goes. Where the attention goes, the money flows. But it's in a good zone for a longer term position. Let's check out Tia. Tia. Oh, you at 218. You finally doing something. You got off your lazy ass when you were down at 136 and nobody loved you. Still needed to get up here to 330. That's her 236 fib area. That's where she need to get above it to get with the program. Show she got some life. And then there's a bigger one over here. So she's finally showing some signs of life. Just hasn't made it out of the woods. Oh, you flirting with an idea? You still got some wiggle room, but I'll cheat with you just a little bit. I'll give you an edge. She's trying to do a little something. Again, good area to accumulate this. For a longer term play, there may be some up and down, and you might see her go back to 180, 175 at some point. Unless it wants to just keep on rocking it up. Right now, I can't say anything bad about it. It's doing pretty good. There's a little bit of there's a curve there. And so that's promising that it's starting to deviate from its trend lines, right? Getting those little secondary trend lines going. And that means she's trying to curve up, baby. Trying to curve up. This is a great little area to accumulate. I see 1 range, 2 range. She's working on a 3rd range right now. Doing good. Some resistance around 240 in that area. I may have to consolidate a little bit after that, but she's working on it. It'll be a minute before we get up to the $3 to $4, but if you're getting some bags when it's down here close to $2, a little bit below $2, a little bit above $2, when she gets up to $4 or $5, hey man, you got some profit to take out, right? Let's take a look at WLD Wild World Coin. Oh, snap you! You thought you were way down here at 80 cents, and all of a sudden you're at 136. Congratulations, my man. You made a higher load there. Looking the same thing that we're looking at on all these other ones. Possible double bottom that's not confirmed yet. Won't confirm till we come up here and get past. We got to tap it and then knock it out. Get past 165. So that's our mission. Get there or above. Just getting there from where we are right now is another 20%. And getting above it's going to be about another 30%. That's pretty cool. Zoom out just a little bit, see what we're working with. Let's get our fibs in order. Our target. Oh, so we're clearing out the area. We're trying to graduate from the 236 now, trying to just run under it. So we want to see that happen. And then we want to see it get to 197. And you got some, oh man, all these juicy little targets right here, all the way up to 289, 2.8, $2.80. And then just like what we saw on the other coin we looked at earlier, so beautifully got rejected there, and trying to figure out what it's trying to do. That's why we go with that area, because that kind of stuff happens a lot there. 282. And I mean, we can go with them all, and sometimes if you look to the left a little bit, you see there's some congestion over here. So 243 will probably be a good area to take a little bit of profit too. And right under here is where all this congestion starts, and it was support. And that's our 382 fib. Each one of these fibs gives you the excellent areas to take profits at, right at $2. 196, I think, is what it actually has on it. So imagine, even if you bought here, which, I mean, there have been better places, but anywhere below 143 technically is the sweet spot to have accumulated. You'll be saying that in about 2 months from now, saying, man, I wish I bought some more when it was there. That's what this little level means over here. My new interpretation. Could be 45% gains up there to 196. If you got the patience to wait for 239 to come, and it could come quicker before you know it. Look, when she starts moving, she starts doing some good moves, right? Well, we in the midst of one of those. That might be the one that takes us close to $2. 240 would be 76% gains from where we are right now. So again, if you've been building a bag, collecting a bag through this, I think you've been doing the right thing. It's what I've been doing too. I've been adding to my bags here, watching my little bags. This is the area that I grow my bags. All these little ups and downs. I'm trying to play all this range the best that I can. I use spot margin to help me do it a little bit, build them a little easier, and sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. When the price is going up, it's easier to build them. When the price is coming down, it sucks ass. But as we're going upward, the bags are building, and then when we get out of here, I've got a nice sized bag that I can start deploying at these areas to take some juicy profits and say, oh baby, is it Lambo time? So what I'm trying to say, man, if you collecting through here, in my personal opinion, I think you're doing the right thing, especially if you're making a longer term play. Oh, locks it. Holy strawberry jam, it's Moo Man. Moo Man's here? Hey, get back to the chat. Hey, there is Moo Man. Yeah, rest in peace, Ozzy. Hey, we got Gator. FET and Doge. How is FET doing? I have got my bag of FET staked. And I'm very pleased with the staking rewards. And so I'm waiting for this one, because it was up to $3 and something, right? Just a year ago. I would love to see over the next 6 months us to get at least up there or somewhere close to there, if not even higher. You don't hear very much about FET. You don't hear anything at all about ASI, AGIX. What else was all? Well, I think they were all the. Was FET? Oh my gosh. Is FET the ASI? I forgot how all that worked now. They're all combining, consolidating, and now what? So for me, we got past this little area that we were hoping for. I remember all this stuff was a hope and a dream when we were down here, but now we've done it, and it doesn't seem like a big thing to fear, or after all, now does it? And now our next new targets, I got 124, and I'm looking at 108 and 117. 108's another fib area, support resistance flip area there, and once we get up past there, that will confirm our little, our double bottom, or pattern, or W pattern, whatever you want to call it up here, with a high or low. Once we get past there, things should start looking a lot better, and I can see it start heading up to like 170, 180 after we get past this little zone over here. After we can kick the dollar. So these are all in great accumulation places for me. These are not places I think about selling for real. Places I think about, I need me some more. How long have we been going? 58 minutes? Streak said, "Thieves will get you." There was another coin when you guys were mentioning it. Strawberry, is it on here? Yeah, berry. Strawberry AI. Oh, COINEX has got you. I didn't know that. I've been playing it over on Base Wallet. It's been doing pretty good. Well, since it bounced from down here. I mean, it's just right back to where it was at the end of May. So, depending on your perspective, I mean, if you bought down here, you're saying, oh man, this is awesome. If you bought over here, you're saying, oh my God, this coin sucks. I'm just at break even. I'm about ready. I'm done with you. So, it's all perspective, all psychology, right? In my personal opinion, I don't know. I've got a play on this, and she's at 9 cents now. And I need to see her get up to 15. Okay, cool. That little bag is growing. And I like 36 cents. That's going to be my bigger target for this little coin. I've got my eye on 36 cents from here. So from 9 cents where we are now, I think I was getting in it when it was about 5 cents. So she's up about 67% from where we looked at it and where I FOMO'd in. You saw me do it. I only put $25 in, and then I think I moonbagged it, and then I put another 25 in earlier before it pumped up a little bit more today. So I think I still only have $25 in this position technically, if I'm doing my math right. And it's already, no, how can, no, I don't know. Wait a minute. That doesn't make any sense. It's bigger than $50 position. It's a growing position. But to get up to here, the target, that'd be 560% just to get back up to where it was in January. Strawberry AI gets up to 35%. And was there anything special about this one? I think it had to have been about the, yeah, I think it was the total circulating supply, and that was kind of what we. It's got a $9 million market cap even now. I think it was about 5 or something when I got in, or something, 4, 5 or 6. I don't know where it was. It was down there. What do you guys mention? Probably Haven, because Haven plays with base a lot. 100 million circulating supply, 100 million total supply. So not in the billions or anything like that. So it can do some damage or make some gains there. All-time high in December is 54 cents, under a dime, kind of say. So just not huge amounts, not massive, not $1,000 positions or anything like that, although they can turn into that from the little amounts that you put in there. But that one's been doing okay. Let's take a look, if you don't mind. 16 people hanging out with me tonight. Look at the hot coins that are over here at Tokenmetrics, and we'll check out their current moonshots. Refresh this page here. Have we got any more moonshot? Vine is up on the list again. Kikas, Michi, mostly of these are meme coins. Stonks, we looked at that one. That was a couple of days. So Vine is coming back onto the target again. That was on there last week. Has it done something? It's went up 17% in the last week. Michi has went up 22%, and Kekias. I want to take a quick look at some of these little guys. See what they're looking like. Some of them were more like chasing the highs, and I wasn't sold on those ideas in some of them, but all right, well, 4-hour time frame. Let's go with that one. So nice. I think she can get a pullback. I would be interested in the pullback, but I've got to say, I mean, it's bullish, and it's rounding shape here. You're on the second butt cheek here, and you know that we've got to come up. It's, I mean, to clear this, to have anything happen bullish at all for this thing, any hopes that this one's, unless it just wants to rug pull before we get there, or totally, you know, it's over for this project, which I don't think any of these. I think all of these have a good chance of coming up to confirm the double bottoms. So that's at 9 cents. That's a double up from here on this. I think it's a meme coin, so worthless coin, but it's got some double up gains that could be coming. And I gotta say, when it comes to rounded bottoms, that one's pretty hot. That I see a lot of similarities right here with the little. I'm just saying, it's very squeezable right there. That's nice. I'm going to the bathroom for a few minutes. That looks nice. And I like to see you go up to 9 cents. I'm going to find some hiccups on the way for the little small time plays here. And the main one you'd be looking for, in my personal opinion, is right here at 618.06.5 cents. And from where we are now to get up to there would be a whopping 50%. So $100 in now, which could turn into a lot less if it decides to come down. Could turn into like $70 if we come down to 3 cents again. But if it doesn't come down and that $100 decides to go up, that $100 can turn into 150. And that's just there. Now that $100 could also turn into $200 by the time we get up to the top of the butt crack here. And if it goes to these higher areas, that $100 could turn into 260, 250, 270. Yeah. See the appeal, the rounded bottoms. That's one of the new songs that is out. Rounded bottoms. You'll probably hear it at the end screen tonight. So that's an interesting place. I like this for a bigger play. I don't like this for in and out trading, although you can. But I think the smart move is to make a longer swing trade on this, or a little position play on this, or a midterm hold on this, because she's got some upside possibilities here that kind of, imagine it coming to 13 cents. Okay, pretty cool. Just saying. How about Michi? Yeah. Okay, so a lot of these we're finding a lot of double bottom scenarios. They're really in good places to accumulate for bigger moves, build a bag. It's just now left the sweet spot. Michi has just now left the 3.5 cent sweet spot area for here, and we need to see it go up to 5, maybe 6 over here. Short term. Where are you? 7, 8. Okay. Actually, I think you could actually do more. There's a possibility we go to 9 cents on this one as well at 3 cents. It's 133% gains. Now it's going to take patience and everything to get there, but if we were making the higher highs and higher lows, I would be looking for that. Maybe even here at 8 cents. Smaller time at 5.5 cents from where we are now would be 41% gains. $100 in turned into 140 if we hit that target. That kind of idea. Not bad. Again, I think this one's a good one to accumulate for a bigger move, because imagine when you zoom out and see where we were, just about 8 months ago when this thing was peaking out at 58 cents. What if we could just get to 28 cents? If we could get to 28 cents or 30 cents, that's your 10x right there almost. $100 in going up there turns into around $700 or $800 if you got the patience just to wait for these things to play out. And what I love about these patterns, if you look at price history, when you see this on charts, if you just go back on most of these charts, here was one here. What happens with these double bottoms when we get these slow accumulations? The butt crack. Here's the butt crack. This is what we're looking at back over here. You get the butt crack, you're saying, oh man, she need to get up to the butt crack. What happens if you get past the butt crack? Oh, then she starts going up, and then she came back and eventually retested the butt crack area, and then we're on to something else, right? And the flag boys are flagging it to the upside, and sometimes winning, sometimes not. But it was for the stronger move, right? Yeah, that's where we are right now. So, you could have had players, this coin or anything else over here playing it, just trying to do the in and outs, playing the little flag, getting in, getting out, getting in. But the people that are making the real money in this are the ones that can get a decent sized bag of this, take their collateral out, get a moon bag of this, and let this little puppy ride, and either get paid on the way up as it goes out, just taking profits along the way, or just maybe they can, having the cojones and the wherewithal and the plan, the discipline to take most of the profits over here. Either way, that was where the money was at. And here we are on this asset and a lot of others doing those same formations here, and the juicy little zones that are like, Now, these are the small market caps, and that's why we're seeing it, because the money hasn't rolled into these yet, but it's coming. So either you get in early or you wait until the trend is in effect, and then you jump in and ride it along the way for whatever you can squeeze out of it, right? But the smart money is always accumulating in the double bottom areas. That's why I follow them. They always said do what the big money's doing, and that's what I've learned, that's what they do. They just slowly play these areas. And targeting below your 236 fib area from your swing high to swing low helps you figure out where the big boys are trying to slowly accumulate. That's what your market makers do. They accumulate down here and then they distribute on the top. They do what the whales tell them to do. Butt cheek, two of my favorite words for sure. Love butt cheeks. Rounded bottoms are supreme choice. The banana is jamming super hard. That banana has some moves. The bear has some cool moves too, but it's not time for him to be out yet. Gator says yes, Fetch the for ASI AI Alliance. They're doing good stuff, renting out AI containers for small company. Okay. I just haven't heard much from them lately, but I like the way my bag is there, and if it can grow, I'd love to see Fetch get up. I'd love to see to get a big narrative behind it and really pump those up. What's the tokenomics for Fetch now? 2 billion. Oh my gosh, 2 billion. And all-time high was 345 a year ago, so I'd love to see us at least get back there. I would love to see $30. That would make me holler. Get paid to do the wild thing, but I don't think it can with the total. I don't know. It's got a total supply of 2.27 billion. Man, oh man. Take a look at Onyx Coin. We kind of follow that one. She's just flagging out, kind of still where she was, and that's a pretty good sign though. Got another double bottom scenario here. It's got a higher low there, so we got higher lows, higher highs. We got an official trend change. It was lower lows and lower highs, and now here's where we officially did it. Now the rule of thumb here that I follow is the same thing WD Gann said, that when you change trend. And how do you know when you change trend? Well, your first sign is a higher high and a higher low. WD Gann says after you get that higher high in, look for that higher low and go hard there, because that's usually where the best place to get in for all the gains that come here on out. I try to incorporate that into my strategies as much as I can, and it's been a nice one to go with. Sometimes there might be a little surprise fake out, and oh gosh darn it, I misread that, and there's actually more downside. But more often than not, it is doing what it's supposed to do, and then you get some nice moves from that. Here we are flagging out. We could come down a little bit to 0.016 or 0.17 before we bounce. That could happen, or we could just continue on with our merry little way. A retest of this area for Onyx Coin or anything else that is doing this. See, we cleared a level. Might retest it, probably will retest it, and then man, we can start heading to 2 cents on that. Pretty cool. A lot of the altcoins are starting to look, they're shaping up and looking better, but it's really going to depend a lot on Bitcoin dominance, on how well that they really overall perform there. Keep an eye on that, guys. Thanks for hanging out. 21 people with me. I'm going to take a look at Bitcoin here as we hanging out around 119,000, starting to lose a little bit of ground here. Oh, did you lose? Let me get back to the chart I was looking at over here. Oh, you breaking some levels, baby. What you doing over here? What's going on, Bitcoin? You getting weak on us? You broke a 200 moving average on the 6 minute. You started to look tired. These guys look all right. May come down and talk to them guys. What is that, 118? She looks to me like she did her little Elliot little move here. That's what I was saying. Elliot, you said she was going to do I got it recorded, Elliot. Don't you switch it up on me. No, he's still saying it. He's still saying it. I'm thinking I'm just looking at trend line. See me, but we did that. It did cancel out. Elliot was right on that because of this one. Elliot, I hope you're right. I hope he bounces back here. Maybe it'll be a little fake out. That would be beautiful for Bitcoin. Where's all my markers, man? I got no targets on this one. But where are we going? 141,000. Oh my God! It's a flag to the upside. I normally have some targets over there. What happened here, Bitcoin? Do I need to zoom out and get us some? Yeah, I guess we're in some new territory here. Are we retesting the break? Oh yeah. Do you see this idea? Do you see this idea? Where we drew a half-assed trend line basically from over here. I'll tighten you up there. We put it over here on the top of these wicks here, and it gives us a rising wedge pattern if we look at it that way, right? Didn't you know when these things break to the upside, they can go freaking parabolic, which is why we're on a big parabola anyway. But look what happened. Look what's happening right near on the daily for price action. How would you describe that? That we broke above, we broke out, we came back, we retested it, and now we're starting to go up. This can be a strong move, people. It's ticking off all my boxes for a strong move for Bitcoin, for the levels that we're holding and for what we're doing. And what we were expecting in April and May is finally here, coming a little bit late. And I'm liking it. I'm starting to get worried, man, that I don't have enough Bitcoin packed up there, that I might have to start packing up. So adding more to the bag here. 120, it sounds crazy, right? Anywhere above 100,000 is going to be the sweet spot to buy Bitcoin. I just don't know if we're going to see 100,000 again anytime soon. And the charts don't look like it's going to do it anytime real soon. And that's crazy. From 76,000, it has just been on the most bullish tear, but it didn't feel like it down here at all. I remember all that. I was looking for a pullback that never came, and wow, became that statistic. And I gotta say, here on the daily for Bitcoin, that looks pretty gosh darn good. And hopefully we can say the same thing for altcoins. They're in a magical area. I can't talk bad about them now. Even here on the daily, they're above the 9 moving average. They're above the 5 moving average. They're above the 786, and they're going up, and that's strong. Strong AF. Welcome to the money, people. Your challenge now is not to sell out too soon. It can be kind of like when I bought AVAX at $4 and sold it at 7 or 8 and thought, yes! And then it went on to 150 and I was like, no! 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 So moonbags, baby. Moonbags! Love them moonbags. Thank you, fellas, for hanging out. Being here with me for this show as we watch Bitcoin crash to the zero. Now she's just going on a pullback, ladies and gentlemen. I still think you're an ABC correction, but Elliot Wave says I'm stupid and don't know what I'm talking about. And so we're on an argument right now. Me and Elliot, we do this all the time, buttonheads. But screw you, Elliot. But we're both sure that number will continue to go up at some point. That's all I got to say, folks. Let's go to the end screen and listen to some exit music. Good night, everybody. Thanks for hanging out.
Got a fat chart for buying the bottom so
I think we already heard this one. I got a different version. We'll get it later.
I got an entry to ride, gonna win big tonight.
She's pulling back now, but she looks good. Everything looks good on the bigger time frames. Smaller ones may give us some give and take, but the bigger ones are still looking good. I can't say anything bad about any of them, altcoins or Bitcoin at the moment. Trust me, when they give me a chance, I won't talk dirty about them, but I ain't got nothing to say right now. Flockies! Hold that comment. see if we can get some of the new songs I've got. I don't think I got them over here yet. I'm going to load up a few here.
Watch my riches grow. Entry to ride. Yeah. I'm setting the play. Stacking my coins. I'm seizing the day. Entry to ride. Trading market so fine. Crypto's my spark. The profit's all mine. When the bears growl, I don't skip a beat. Find the sweet spot, I'm bringing the heat. Well, in the trade, I'm sharp as a knife. Entry to ride, it's my way of life. Market's a roller, I'm riding the dip. Buying the low with a comfort and grip. Whales call the shots, let the panic subside. Nailed the entry, now I'm taking the ride. Entry to ride, yeah. I'm setting the play. Stacking my coins, I'm seizing the day. Entry to ride, trading market so fine. Crypto's my spark, the profit's all mine.
Oh man, I'm trying to line up these songs here, but they're not making it. I got too many.
Entry to ride, gonna
Where'd the rest of them go?
I got an entry to ride, gonna win big tonight. Crypto, light the fire.
Found them. Okay.
Light the fire. Oh, I'm caught in the spark where the markets call my name. Hype is burning bright, but it's playing a dangerous game. Tweets are screaming loud, pushing coins to touch the sky. Gotta keep
That's one of my favorites.
my head, or my dreams will pass me by. Shake the code, don't fall. Keep your heart in line.
Why are they not working out?
What you can lose,
I got a couple of weird ones I want to play.
your side.
If I can get it. It's this one?
Crypto light the
And that one.
in the
Crap.
market's roar. Research it right, don't crash on the shore. Crypto rise again. Plan your sell, don't chase. Fight the
A little Beatles action for you.
Got a good reason for trading the crypto high. Got a good reason for trading the crypto high. Got a screen in my grip, I'm flipping the trade. Crypto's my game, watch the profits cascade. Cocky with moves, I'm raking it in. Flipping the market with a devilish grin. Coin flipper. Yeah, I'm cashing in fast. Trading my luck. Echo.
Flicker, 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 flicker.
This one's weird.
Flicker, here it comes. Crypto dream. Shadows chase the coins, my heart's a fleeting glow. Schemes we've honeyed lies, they pull me down below. Hope that sparks and fades, a whisper in my soul. Chasing to the moon where dreams can take control. Oh, I hide my trembling dreams. Flicker! With the whispers soft and sweet, the night I trust is the night they saw. And slip away from me. I paint gilded stars through screens that gleam and lie. Rug pulls tear my heart, the promises dissolve to sighs. Seek the quiet pose where markets start to sing. Moon, oh moon, oh moon, my faith begins to spring. Oh, I hide my trembling dreams. Flicker! With a whisper soft and sweet, the night I trust is the night they saw. And slip away from me. Candles burn in shade, the charts begin to sway. Whales move in the dark, their tides will light the way. Yearning grips my soul, I'm lost in crypto's trance. Moon, oh moon, oh moon, I'll take the dreamer's coins that flicker soft, their glow a fragile flame. Hype's a fleeting ghost, it vanishes in shame. Moon, oh moon, oh moon, a spark within my core. Chasing to the moon, my heart will soar once Oh, I hide my trembling dreams.
Did you hide it with my bone?
With a whisper soft and sweet, the night I trust is the night they saw. And slip away from me. Flicker, 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 flicker. Here it comes. Flicker, 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 flicker.
distant fate. Gurus weave their lies, promises that fray. Hype dissolves in mist, a fleeting hollow spark, waiting for the season, dreaming in the dark. Oh, KuCoin season, when will you wake? Yearning for riches, my heart's at stake. KuCoin season, yes, this endless night, chasing a whisper for wealth's distant light. Prophets cry it's here, through screens of hollow glow. Words turn to ashes, their truths ebb and flow. Seek the fading crown, where Bitcoin's reign grows weak. Pulse of the market, the season I seek. Oh, coin season, when will you wake? Yearning for riches, my heart's at stake. Altcoin season, pierce this endless night, chasing a whisper for wealth's distant light. Markets breathing hush, dominance falls away. Whales drift in silence, tides begin to sway. Hope ignites the dark, the season spark is near. Dreaming through the void, I'll banish my Oh, KuCoin season, when will you wake? Yearning for riches, my heart's at stake. KuCoin season, pierce this endless night, chasing a whisper for wealth's distant light. Waiting for the season, lost in crypto shade. Waiting for the season, lost in crypto shade. Waiting for the season, lost in crypto's gloom. Waiting for the season, lost in crypto's gloom. Whoa. Whoa.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for hanging out. We'll go ahead and bang out and say good night, John Boy. Let's let the little dog, where did you go? Do a little wave. See you guys tomorrow night. Enjoy the money that you're making. Don't forget to get paid. Good night, everybody. Good night, John Boy.